Hi friends! Welcome back to our channel if you've seen our videos before, and if you're new, my name is Abby, and today we're going to talk about Goodreads. So it's been requested a couple of times that I do a video about Goodreads, how you use it, what it's for, how it works, all that kind of stuff, and since I've been a member since 2016, I'm basically an expert. I can't even say it with a straight face. I might not be an expert, but I do know my way around, so I thought, why not? So, welcome to Goodreads 101, I guess. Before we get started, let me break down a few terms for you, because knowing me, I'm going to use them and just not even think about it, and you guys are going to be confused. So, yeah, let's just talk about these for a second first. I have found that every community has their own different lingo, their own slangs, their own terms for things that other communities may not know or understand. For example, if you are part of this Disney community, if you watch a lot of Disney content, if you make some yourself, you're probably familiar with terms like Disney bound, rope drop, spirit jersey. You probably know what all of those things mean, if not at least a vague idea of what they're referring to, but if you weren't part of the community, you might think we were crazy. Maybe we are crazy. The book community is no different, so here are a few of the terms that I might just slip in there and you might not know what I'm talking about, just to get them out of the way and maybe educate yourself a little bit on slang and terms that the book community uses. You'll probably find a lot of these on booktube videos, bookstagram, and on Goodreads as well. So here are a few. There will be a quiz later. Pay attention. TBR stands for to be read. These are books that you want to read at some point. For example, my TBR shelves are on this side of me. These are all books that I own and haven't read yet. These books I have, these books I haven't. So TBR stands for to be read. ARC, or ARC, stands for Advanced Reader Copy or Advanced Review Copy. I've seen it used that way as well. And it basically refers to a free copy of the book that publishers or authors will send to readers in exchange for review. It's not legal to pay for reviews of your book. You get in big trouble for that, but it is a somewhat common practice that publishers and authors might send reviewers a copy of their book, and then that reviewer will review the book. Did that make sense? I hope that made sense. I explained it better in my reading vlog where I read a bunch of ARCs, so if you want to check that out, you're more than welcome to. DNF stands for did not finish, which basically refers to any book that you put down and you're not going to finish reading, you're not interested. There's a lot of reasons you would DNF a book, but that's what that means when you say, I DNF'd it. I didn't finish it. YA stands for young adult. This is a class of literature that is marketed at readers ages 13 to 18, but oftentimes I'm finding nowadays more often it veers toward that older age, if not into new adult, which is the next age bracket up, which is from like 18 to 24. New adult, young adult, middle grade, those are all just age classes, usually used by booksellers or library systems in order to figure out where to shelve the book. That makes sense. So let's start with the question, what is Goodreads? Goodreads is a website that you can use to keep track of the books you read, what you thought of them, your ratings of them. You can use their shelving system to kind of sort them into different categories. You can get recommendations based on the books that you read, although I've always found their recommendation system is a little... It's interesting, and you can keep up with what your friends are reading. There's also giveaways that you can enter and groups that you can join, but I haven't really delved into those very much in my time on Goodreads. And I know there are other options out there that are doing similar things to what Goodreads is doing, but honestly I just haven't had the energy to pursue them or figure out how they work. So Goodreads is kind of the one that I know the best out of the book rating, keeping track of systems. Like I said earlier, I've been a Goodreads user since 2016, and I have currently 1,403 books cataloged, which counts read and unread. That is a lot of books. Suddenly I'm overwhelmed. So I will link my Goodreads account in the description if you want to be friends over there. Just head on over and click the add friend button, and I think my friend request question is, why do you want to be my friend? So if you say I follow you on YouTube, I will add you as my friend. But yeah, so if you're interested, if we're not already friends on Goodreads and you want to be, I'll leave it in the description down below. So now let's turn the camera around. I'm gonna take you over to my computer and we'll check out the website together, and I'll kind of show you how I use Goodreads and what I think of it. So when you log into Goodreads, this is what it looks like. This is what the desktop browser looks like anyway. So here are all of the books that you're currently reading. You can see what your friends are reading. My friend Kelsey just finished Thrawn Alliance. I actually already knew that, so Goodreads. You wish you were as clever as me. This is the reading challenge, which basically you can set every year to say how many books that you want to read. And then your want to read shelf, and all your shelves are over here. I have a lot of them, okay? Don't judge me. So this is what the opening page looks like. You can search books to put onto your shelves. You can explore all of the like blog stuff that Goodreads has. There's giveaways, new releases, all kinds of things. And then when you click My Books, you'll see your bookshelf. It usually takes you to this All tab, and then you can go wherever you want to go. So these are all the books that I've read recently and all my shelves and everything. Spoilers for my next quarterly reading wrap up, right? So this is where all of your shelves are. This is how you can organize your books a little bit better. So for example, let's see, let's go to my indie published shelf. This is where I put anything that I've read that was published independently. So that I can just see them at a glance. So like if somebody asks for an indie book recommendation, I can give them all the books that I've read. I can just go here and look for them. So that's what the shelves look like. That's how this all works. You can add books from here. You can search in your own books, and then there's all sorts of things you can click like to see your stats. This is how many books I've read per year. I need to get my butt into gear, man. I'm falling behind. Like I said, I've probably been a Goodreads member since 2016, but some books that I knew when I had read them before that date, I had put the date in, so that's why there's like all these little ones down here. 2019 was a great reading year for me. BT dubs. These are, I find fascinating. This is so that you can see how many books you've read per month over the time that you've been a Goodreads member. You got publication year, and you can see like when the books that you read were published. So for example, Jane Eyre is way down here because it's in 1846. Yeah, anyway, and all that fun stuff. So up here they've got your notifications, so you can see when people like your stuff. This is the discussions feature that I honestly don't use. This is for like if you have groups that you're a part of or whatever. There's a messaging system. These are friend requests, and then you can go to your profile. This is my profile. Wow, you can edit your profile. You can put in a fun profile picture. You can change which shelf shows up here. Mine, it's my Truest Faves shelf, which is just like all my favorite books. You can see all the shelves. Your year-end books, which I always love at the end of the year. And then all of your friends are here. People you follow, favorite authors, all this stuff that you can add when you're doing it. So this right here is what you're currently reading. Over here, this is all of your updates and things that you've been doing. And then your quotes are at the bottom, I forgot. Your quotes are down here, which is like all of the quotes that you like throughout your time. So, for example, so let's click around in here for a second. So this is the reading challenge. This is basically where you can set your goal for the year. My goal always starts at 75 books, and you can see all of the books that you've read this year so far. If I hit view more, then I can see them all here. Wow. All 63 books that I've read this year so far. And yeah, you can, it's a different color every year. You can set it whatever you want it to be. For example, I can see all of my completed reading challenges right here. So this is, you know, I set a reading challenge every year. And then here is your year-end books. This is my favorite thing at the end of the year. It's basically the wrap-up of everything that you read. This is my 2020 year-end books because the 2021 one hasn't come out yet. But I read 95 books, 22,000 pages. And then this is like, it gives you all these fun stats like shortest book, largest book, average book length, most reviewed, least reviewed, my average rating, the highest rating on Goodreads, my first review of the year, and then if you scroll all the way down, it's got like a few that are special if you gave them really good ratings or whatever. If you scroll all the way down, there's your last review of the year, which I just think is super fun. So this is always my favorite thing to see at the end of the year because I like statistics for reading. I think it's fun. Then you got all of your friends over here, and basically your friend pages are really fun. Let me see if I can find, let me check out, let's go stalk a friend, shall we? Let's go, where is she at? I know she's here somewhere. Oh, there's Lydia. Let's go stalk Lydia's page. Lydia is a YouTuber, Disney YouTuber as well, at Vintage Nectarines. So you should go be friends with her over here too, because she's awesome. So she's got her favorite bookshelf, so I can click in. Okay, there's some really cool stuff actually that you can do. So I can click this compare books button. Obviously we're already friends. I'm not gonna unfriend her. Goodreads, come on now. So this is basically where you can compare the books that are on your shelves to the books that are in her shelves, so, or his shelves, or whoever. So Lydia has 221 books shelved. I have a lot more than that, because that's yeah, but we have 42 books in common, and our tastes are 75% similar for the books that we both rated, which means that we both rated them similarly. So these are all of the books that are on both of our lists, and let's see if we can find one that we've both rated high. Lovely War, oh, what a great book, but we both gave it 5 stars. So this is really interesting. I find you can see all of the things that you have in common, what you have to read, what they've already read. You can also see their excuse me, I'm sorry, hold on a second. Lydia, you rated The Giver only 3 stars? What? Okay, we're gonna have words. The Giver is one of my favorite books of all time, by the way. No, sorry, Little Women we both rated 5 stars. So it's really interesting, I find. And then it also has down here where you can also add more from their shelves if there's anything that is missing. But yeah, I find that such a fun thing to click around in with all of my friends and just to see. So I can see all of her shelves here. I can see what she's currently reading. I can see the friends we have in common, and then all of her friends. So there's Nina and Heather and Nicole, and her reading challenge, which is 32 books, and she's 84% through it. Good job, Lydia. And then I can see all the things. Ooh, she hated Mirror Mirror. I actually did know that because I watched her reading wrap up. So yeah, so there's all this stuff. Ooh, yes, you should read A Pocket Full of Rye. See, this is the thing I haven't. This is the thing I do when I see my friends. I just stalk them and be like, yes, read it. So I can also leave comments on their page. I've never actually done that. I don't really know what it looks like. But yeah, so I can see people she's following, her favorite genres, and then anything that she had put in her account. Let's see what Nina's up to. Over here, Wrestling with Disney. She's been in Goodreads since 2011, so even longer than I have. But yeah, so these are all her updates and all this stuff. So basically that's how all of that works. I'm going to show you really quickly how you can add books that you finished reading. So I actually finished Rune and Rising earlier today, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how you finish out a book, get it onto your shelves. So you hit update progress. Well, actually this isn't the only way to do it. This is just the way that I do it. So like, you can do it a lot of ways, but this I find is the easiest. Update progress. I'm finished. Ta-da, and then it loads, and there we are. So this is where you leave your review. So I am gonna give it 4.5 stars, but Goodreads doesn't have half stars, so we're gonna go with just the 4. I'm gonna pick which shelves I want to put it on, which is 2021 August reading. I separate my books out by month on a shelf. I just find it's easier that way for me. So yeah, so I can put it on all of my shelves, and then I'll write my review. I can change if I have read this before, either before I did it on Goodreads and I know the dates, or if I'm reading it again, they'll pop up down here to show the dates that you read it, and then I will add it to my update feed and post it in a moment. Give me just a moment, I'm gonna write my review. Okay, so I've written all of my review out here, and I'm gonna click post. And now here it is. So it's up here like this, and then this is my favorite thing to do, because now I can click on this. It'll take me to the books page, and I can scroll down. My reviews right here. Here are all of my updates as I was going, and I can see them there, and then I can see what all of my friends thought. This could not agree more. So these are what all of my friends thought. I always find it so interesting. I don't know if I'm gonna dig into the other thoughts because I don't know if I want to. Sometimes it gets a little overwhelming, but I love seeing what my friends thought, especially when they feel a similar way about it that I do. So yeah. Yay! And I think that's pretty much all there is to know about Goodreads. So yeah. I like that I got a Disney World ad. My computer knows me too well. So yeah, if you guys have any more questions about how it works, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I will try to get to answer them. Most of what I've learned about Goodreads, I've learned just by poking around and figuring things out. But yeah, there it is. And that is it for today's video. I hope that you guys had a good time. I hope that you learned something. Like I said before, my Goodreads account will be linked in the description, so if you want to be friends over there, shoot me a friend request. I hope that you learned something or that you just had fun, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below for more Disney and bookish magic, and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our future videos. I'll see you next time. Bye!